Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com and welcome to this video which is called What Does It Mean to Be the Operant Power? So I'm sure you heard this many times that you are the operant power, you are the god of your reality, you are the creator, you're all of that. But what does it actually mean? How can you consciously gain back control? So, where this stops being just a hearsay thing, that you say because someone else that you listen to said it. But how can you really understand this? What does that mean? And again, how to actually be the conscious master of your fate? How to consciously determine what you paint on this canvas of your life, aka your life circumstances, right? How to master your fate. That is what I want to share with you in this video. And I want to start out by some quotes from Neville Goddard, and then I want to share my summarized explanation on that. So there we go. Let us just dive straight into it. First of all, we have to take a step back and realize what our essence is, right? The essence of our being, who we really are. And the more you go into spirituality, manifesting, and you learn more about Neville, the more you realize Neville oftentimes says, God is your I amness. You are God, you are the operant power, right? But obviously with this video, I want to help you to understand what this means. Now, when we trace everything back, when we start to watch our thoughts, which come and go, when we watch our emotions, which come and go, when we watch sensations and observe the sensations where we feel things, that comes and goes. Later on, what we will realize is that the only essence, the only thing that is fundamental to us, that never leaves us, right, that it's always present in the background, is awareness, is I am present, I'm alive, I'm here, I am now. And there are a lot of powerful meditations where you can experience that, just pure beingness, right? The unconditioned. But in this game of life, we attach this unconditioned awareness in which all possibilities lie with certain states that we identify with, and then we see the expression of these states. But it all lays with this unconditioned formless awareness of being. Right? That is what Neville meant by our infinite power, by being the God. Okay, don't get confused about this word. It's simply just a word, but it portrays or points towards the power that you have, the power as a conscious being, rather than consciously decide with what you want to be identified with, if that serves you, if you want to express that. But in the essence, you are free from all of that, right? You can only decide to which states you want to shift into, but you are not the states, and you are not your thoughts, and you're not your circumstances. So the moment this unconditioned awareness becomes conditioned by claiming itself to be this, that, or the other, a differentiation takes place within this formless awareness, and it becomes personified as that which we have conceived ourselves to be, right? So if you take your awareness away from the state of poverty, lack, illness, loneliness, whatever it is right now, and you place it on health, wealth, financial abundance, being happily partnered, being in the relationship, and you go to the end state, then you shift into that, right? But you're still the power that shifts. So you are still determining where you give your awareness to, but you are not bound to a state, okay? So the moment you condition it by claiming yourself, by assuming a new state, right? By shifting to this or that state, you say, oh, I'm no longer poor, I'm now wealthy. And then you express wealth. Oh, I'm no longer ill, I'm now healthy. You express this. You express that. Oh, I'm no longer lonely and single and wanting this relationship. Oh, I right now have it. I right now have this car. I right now have this apartment, right? So you eternally objectify that which you are conscious of being, which you are identified with, who you are within, what is natural to you, or what is your inner nature. So you forever move in a world that is the perfect personification of that which you know yourself to be. Straightforward. You're not what you are because of anything in the world. On the contrary, the world is what it is because of what you are. Let that sink in. I will repeat it again, right? So you are not what you are because of anything in the world. It's the other way around. Your world, your circumstances, what you encounter is what it is because of who you are, what you claim and identified and assumed to be true, right? So this is, again, this vicious cycle that I mentioned in some other videos of mine. It's when you look at what currently is present in your life. You look at your relationship situation, you look at your financial situation, at your business situation, at your career, at your lifestyle, at your family situation, at your relationship health. You look at currently what is present in your life, and then you say, oh, this is not working. I'm doing it wrong. There's no movement. I'm feeling stuck. It's shitty right now. I don't like the circumstances. So you look at what currently is, which, by the way, is just a mirror of what you previously assumed. So you look at the mirror, you take your cue from that, you form your inner image, you form a new inner state from what currently is present, and you see, oh yeah, it's not working. I'm stuck. I'm still, lacking it. And then you assume that state again, and then you get more of that. And so you stay in this perpetuate cycle of always continuing and repeating the same circumstances, right? I made an entire video explaining this vicious cycle. You can check it out. I'm going to link it above right now. Very important video. Because you need to change it, right? You can't start at looking at what is and forming a state out of that. No, you have to form a new state, no matter what is currently showing up, right? So you say, oh, I don't like this. I'm dissatisfied. I'm unfulfilled. Okay, this is what I choose right now. This is what I pick out of the infinite creation because everything exists within that infinite awareness. I pick that state right now. I pick that room. I pick that possibility. I assume that. And you form that new state. And then you learn how to not react to, might still occurring seemingly opposite circumstances because you learn how to remain in that end state. I can help you with that with the 2 links that you will find in the video description and pinned comments. And then you stay in that state. And as you stay in that state, then you encounter new circumstances and the manifestations from that state can arise. But you can't take your cue from what is already manifested because, again, what is manifested always takes its cue from you. So you have to leave this vicious cycle. I am, right? I am. Whatever you say, you first have to say I am. Before you say your name, where you live, who you are, what you're identified with, you have to say I am. Try to not be aware right now. Try to take the essence, the presence of awareness out of your life. There would be no existence itself. So awareness is the fundamental reality of everything. It's just pure awareness, pure existence, pure beingness. Again, in which all potential lies. So, and I am now out picturing in the world round about me as a living reality, that which I am now aware that I am. And I shall continue to do so until I change my conception of myself, until I change that which I'm identified with, my state, right? Self-concept, 2 words, self, the I am, right? The unchangeable self. And then what do you add to this? I am rich. You see the portion of creation that shows you and manifests back to you being rich. I am poor. All right. Your operant power, you, the true self, it's not concerned by what you identify with, right? If you state I'm poor and you are, conscious of poverty, you get that portion of creation of poverty and you manifest, circumstances of poverty, right? So you're always out picturing and like drawing on the screen of space, painting on the canvas of life that which you are identified with, what you assume and accept and are identified with. So your answer in consciousness to the eternal question, who am I, will determine your world and its every expression. I really much like this quote because, that summarizes life, right? So this question, who am I? If I ask you right now, who are you? And then you start, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a businessman, I'm this, I'm that, I'm strong, I have this car. That is all an addition to that unconditioned awareness. So you state I'm this, and that, and therefore you play this role, therefore you have that, therefore this is how you view the world. But if you are dissatisfied, then the core message here is that you can simply learn, and again, the 2 links in the video description and pinned comments will help you with that, to become aware of other contents of creation, to become aware of other things, the things that you actually do want in your life, aka your desired states, so that you can express them. But you are the operant power. You determine if you shift, right? And if you place your awareness, if you imagine these end states, which are available within you, okay? I am the light of the world. I am, meaning consciousness is the light, that which I'm conscious of being, my conception of myself, such as I'm rich, right? I'm healthy, I'm free, all the images, all the states, right? You're the light, you always shine your light on something. Now you can shine your light on everything's okay. Now you can also shine your light on, oh, I don't have this, I'm lacking this, I'm struggling here, this, and that. And you get more of that. So, but if you shine your light on something else, aka imagine that you have X, Y, and Z. You shine your light on that, and therefore this portion of creation opens up to you. Therefore, you shift into these new circumstances, right? The world is a mirror, magnifying all that I am conscious of being. Stop trying to change the world. It is only a mirror telling you who you are, right? So don't blame the mirror. See the circumstances as a confirming mirror. So why would we fight that? Why would we ignore that? Why would we argue? This is the world of experiences. If you like the experiences that you currently make, you are happy at your business, happy at your job, happy at your relationship situation, happy at your lifestyle, happy at your career, all of that, then it's good. Enjoy your life. And as soon as you have desires, these are simply impulses of things that are already available and existing for you, but you have to become aware of them. You have to make them natural. You have to assume them. You have to be them first within. You have to shine your light on them, right? You have to accept them and occupy them. And then they can also show up as new results, therefore. But the mirror can only tell you who you are right now, not what you desire and want, right? You don't get what you want and desire. Meaning if you are still desiring, you should check out the video I did called Are You Still Desiring? You should start being, right? Translate desiring into being it right now, having it right now, seeing the world how you would see it if you would have it right now. And you're the sole cause of your life. You're the author of the story that you draw, right? That you write. You are the painter determining what you paint on this canvas of your life. And if that's how you manifested stuff and you don't like it anymore, start painting all over it again, right? If you started to paint something and then you notice, oh, that's not really what I want, go to another state, right? You can always move, you can always shift, never stay stagnant. And what a responsibility you have to prune this true vine of awareness. What is meant by that? I'll actually tell you what is meant by that on the next slide, where I'm going to give you my explanation. And then also, Neville's saying here, God is not even near, as nearness implies separation, right? God, again, just a word. Don't be shocked if you hear this word, if you want to use higher self, creative power, the manifesting power within you. You can give this all names, the creator, what resonates with you. It's just a word pointing out that you are the operant power, right? So God is not even near, as nearness would imply separation. God is your I am. And there is no place you can go and not be aware of being. And no one can disagree with this statement. You can be right now at your office, in your car, in your living room, in your bedroom, and you are aware right now. Try to not be aware. Try to not be aware of the fact that you exist right now. It can't happen because you are aware right now. You listen to my voice, so that means you are aware. You cannot not be aware. So that awareness is always with you, and you always determine what you keep alive within that awareness and where you give that awareness, where you give that attention, and which direction you go. Right? If you go into the direction of lack, being stuck, no movement, being small, being limited, if you give your awareness to that, then of course that is how you will perceive your life. That is of what you will get more of in your circumstances. But if you take your awareness to the things that you want, to the things that are desired, to the empowering states, abundance, wealth, financial security, love, harmonious peace, being wanted, being adored, you know what I mean? You get the point, right? You place it on the wish fulfilled. You place it on being and having who you want to be and what you want to have. Then that is what you get more of. That is what you make alive. Okay, so prune the vine morning, noon, and night. And then when you least expect it, a series of wonderful experiences will be yours. Right? It's when you stop, like when you start to cut away the branches, the things that you don't want to entertain, and as soon as you catch yourself reacting, doubting, dwelling on undesired states, you make a cut, you make a gentle cut, and you go into the direction of what you actually do want. Then you are a conscious master of your fate. Then you don't let things control you. Right? I made a video on how to do a mental diet because this is the video where I explain this even more. So check out the video, how to do a mental diet. But yeah, you have to stay aware. Okay? And this is my explanation right now. So at this moment, as we speak, when the video is finished, all the time, you can imagine, you can be aware of whatever you wish to experience. There is nothing in this world that can hold you back to imagine what you want. You can right now imagine things that imply that you are more wealthy. You can right now imagine things and be aware of certain experiences that imply that you have achieved X, Y, and Z. You can right now be aware of what it would feel like would you have achieved the goal. It might take some practice again, but you could still do it. We can all still do it all the time, right? Because we are all the time aware. I could right now, view things as I view them, but I can also ask myself, okay, how would I view the world if I would have doubled my income? How would I view things? How would people see me? How would I perceive that? And that already, places your awareness on the state of having doubled your income. The same for anything else. The same for how would you see the world if you would be in your desired relationship? How would you see the world if you would have, tenfolded your business income, right? And you can also imagine scenes, aka being aware of new states that imply that you have achieved this, this, and that, right? But that is just you as the operant power choosing a new portion of creation that is then reflected back to you. But you are still the operant power all the time. So you can determine, do you want to perpetuate what is currently going on? Or do you place your awareness, do you imagine something else? So you decide what you imagine and what you are aware of and where your attention dwells. So do it consciously from now on. From now on, from this moment on, after you watch this video, if you catch yourself reacting, doubting, dwelling on undesired states, undesired imaginal acts, why would you continue to do that? If you know that the more life you give to it, the more you will see of that in your life. So make a cut and go in another direction to things that you do want, right? And you're free to imagine, aka to shift, and therefore to determine what the world mirrors back to you. You are never stuck. You are not the state. You are not your circumstances. You are the operant power that determines and with which states you identify yourself with. But you yourself, the essence of your being, is free from any states, from any circumstances, right? But just as you, as the operant power, and that is in this game of life just how it works, we are expressing states all the time. That's the experience that we have here in this game of life. So accept that. You're always expressing certain states. But why not express the states that you want? Why not choose the realities that you want to make manifest for yourself and shift into the things that you do want, right? Your desires, and making them natural and expressing them and manifesting them. All right? So think of your imagination as the vine, right? And your circumstances as the branches. So you basically, or I should maybe have rephrased that, but it's okay. Think of yourself, your true self, as like you can cut branches. Like if you notice, okay, undesirable branches are growing right now within your awareness, you can cut them. Why would you dwell on them? Why would you entertain them? So if you stop giving your awareness, your attention to them, but you place it on the desired things that you do want, then a new vine can grow. Then you can, experience the branches, the vine, things that grow in your life that you actually do want, instead of the things that you no longer want to experience, right? So the most powerful realization is that I am the God of my reality, right? Not your ego identity, not the thoughts you have, not the things you are identified with is doing the magic. No, you are doing the magic. You is I am. So you can just boldly declare and say, I am right now this. I am right now financially stable. And nothing and no one can hold that back from me besides I am, besides my own power, besides my own awareness. If you decide to right now place your awareness on that state without even any technique, that is what we manifest. Same for any other desire that you have in your life, right? You are the operant power. And that is what it means to consciously be the operant power, because you are this all the time. You all the time determine what you paint on this canvas of life, on your circumstances, right? Where you shift into, what you dwell on, what you identify with, what you occupy. So why not from now on do this consciously? Do this in a way that is favorable, like that is aligning to the things that you do want. So that's my impulse to you, is to gain more control. Again, I said this already 2 times in the video. That's the last time right now. If you want to learn more about that, then feel free to check out the 2 links in the video description. These are both links for 2 free resources. One is my free masterclass, where I'm also giving you a straight to the point explanation on how Neville's teachings work and what you should focus on, which is, I can already tell you that, shifting into the end state and making that natural, so that you can experience and manifest your desires, whatever that is. And if you need more help with that, if you want us to work together, to be a team, so that I can give you the whole framework of those teachings, and that I can also show you how to implement that and how to apply the techniques the right way, so that you can experience your desires being manifested, being made tangible, because that is what manifesting is. I made a video explaining what is manifesting, which is just bringing something from the unseen existing field of possibilities into our world of experiences by assuming it, by shifting your identity and your state into having it, into being it. All right, so check out the 2 links. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Also, please let me know in the comments how you like this video, if that is clear to you, if you now realized, what it means to be the operant power, if that video made sense. I really hope it did, and I will just assume and state that it does. So thank you really much for watching, guys. I speak to you in the next video. Bye.
you.